club coach, DTM Veera Katpatia and DTM Bhati Shevgur. Welcome to you both of you, ma'am. They are always present for our meeting. Uh, thank you so much. And we have our very own member, to say Toastmaster Daryl, who is always ever ready to take up any roles in our club. A warm welcome to you, Toastmaster Daryl. And we have Siddhant as well. A warm welcome to you, Siddhant. We have Toastmaster Rashmika, President of Manipal Udpi Toastmasters, and Toastmaster Nikita. She's also from Manipal Udpi Toastmasters. A warm welcome to you too. Thank you so much for being here. And we have our very own members, Toastmaster Amit, Toastmaster Jacob, Toastmaster Roshan, and Toastmaster Jeevan Bharat, and a new member, Toastmaster Larson. A warm welcome to you, Toastmaster Larson, to Inspiron Toastmasters Club. And Larson is my colleague as well. We work together in St. Aloysius College. Okay. So now, without further ado, we will proceed with the installation ceremony. We have Larson is here. Larson, hi Larson. Okay. So you have to repeat after me, but I don't know how will it be. So I will read it, and at the end of it, you just have to say "I do." Is it okay, Larson?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we all usually we stand and pledge our right hand, but since it is online, so it's absolutely okay if you sit. Okay. So let us begin. As a member of Toastmaster International and my club, I promise to attend club meetings regularly, to prepare all my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on the Toastmaster education program, to prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments, to provide fellow members with helpful constructive evaluation, to help the club to maintain positive, friendly environment necessary for all the members to learn and grow, to serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so, to treat my fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy, to bring guests to the club meeting so that they can benefit from Toastmasters membership offer, to adhere to the guidelines and rules for all the Toastmaster educational and recognition programs, to act within the Toastmasters core value of integrity, respect, service, and excellence during the conduct of all the Toastmaster activities. Toastmaster Larson, yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Larson, and a warm welcome to Inspiron Toastmasters.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I was so excited to welcome Larson and welcome you all that I forgot Gina was not present for the meeting. So a few guidelines, few do's and don'ts before we move ahead with the meeting. Please be seated in the peaceful atmosphere where there's good internet connectivity. Please mute yourself whenever you're not speaking, and please let us press the reaction buttons to applaud the speakers. So yeah, and let me read out the Toastmaster mission. The mission of the Toastmasters Club is to provide a mutual supportive and positive learning environment in which every member has an opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn foster self-confidence and personal growth. So with this, I would hand over the proceedings to Toastmaster Jacob to talk about him. He's a person with a warm smile and a calm demeanor. Over to you, Toastmaster Jacob Koshi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fayana, for that. Before I start my role, I would like to introduce our general evaluator. Today, our general evaluator is Nikita Mensas. She is a member of Manipal Udupi Toastmasters. She has been VP Education President and now a secretary of that club. I remember doing a grammarian role sometime last year. Was super impressed by her analysis, and her guiding principle is every cloud has a silver lining. Please welcome Toastmaster Nikita Mensas to introduce the TAC team. Nikita Menses.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jacob Koshi. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Thank you. Would you like me to introduce my the tag team, or would you be doing it?
You can introduce the tag team, and then after that you give the podium back to me.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Since there are no non-Toastmasters here, I will not go too much into detail about my role as a general evaluator. But basically, my role would be to evaluate the entire meeting, and at the end of the meeting, I'll present my report. And I'll be evaluating the meeting with the help of my tag team. The tag team is the timer, R counter, and grammarian. For the timer today, we have Toastmaster Fiona herself, the president of the club, as a timer. Toastmaster Fiona, could you please let us know what timing devices would you be using?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Nikita. As a timer, I will time the timer, the table topic speakers, the prepared speakers, and the evaluators. So as you all know, I'll share my screen. 1 second, I'll do that for you all now. Give me some time. Okay, so this is the green. So similarly, I'll be showing the amber and red. So since lesson is New Year, lesson speech is for 6 minutes. So therefore, at the 4th minute, I'll be showing the green flag, and at the 5th minute, I'll be showing amber, and at the 6th minute, I'll be showing the red flag. So you will get 30 seconds extra, and before even that, you can end at 3.30 seconds, and you can end after 3.30 seconds later. But if you exceed the time, then you'll be disqualified. So thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster Nikita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fiona, for explaining your role as well as showing the timing devices. I request all of the speakers, prepared table topics, and evaluators to please note the timings. Now we move on to my second half of the tag team. Doing 2/3 of the role is Toastmaster Daryl, who is the R counter grammarian. Toastmaster Daryl, could you please briefly explain your role and also give the word of the day? Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Nikita. I do not know why you said briefly explain. Is it because I talk too much, or you just wanted me to quickly explain it? Nevertheless, good evening, everyone. Jokes apart, I am the R counter and the grammarian for today. As the R counter, I will keep track of all the crutch words, filler words, crutch words as in etc., filler words as in but, you know, like, etc., the pauses and the repeat words that you use throughout the meeting, and I will present my report at the end. As the grammarian, I will keep track of the good usages as well as the incorrect usages of English grammar and present my report at the end. Also, as the grammarian, I have to introduce the word and phrase of the day. The word for today is conceal, C-O-N-C-E-A-L, conceal, like how you conceal your face with the mask, with the pandemic situation all around us. The word for today is conceal, meaning prevent something from being known. So if I were to use conceal in a sentence, I would say her smiling face concealed all her tensions and problems. So the word for today is conceal. The phrase for the day is thinking cap, which means think seriously about something. So if I were to use the phrase of the day, thinking cap, in a sentence, I could say, as organizers of the spelling bee contest, it was time to put on our thinking caps and decide the words for the competition. I will post this in the chat box, and you can please feel free to use the word and phrase of the day. I request everyone to encourage the role takers and use the emoticons when they use it. I will be using the heart symbol when you use the word and phrase of the day. With that, I hand over the proceedings back to the general evaluator, and I'll be back at the end when she calls me for my report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Daryl. You were indeed very brief. and yet you explained your role in detail. And yes, thank you. I was just about to remind you to post it in the chat box, but you did so immediately. So thank you for that. This is my tag team. At the end of the meeting, I'll also be asking the evaluators or the prepared speakers for their report. The evaluators for today are Toastmaster Amit, Distinguished Toastmaster Veera, Distinguished Toastmaster Bharati, and Toastmaster Rashmika. I'll be calling them for their report at the end of the session. So thank you. This is my explanation of my role. Thank you, and back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikita. Now let me start my role. Somewhere in 2019 December, when COVID was hardly known in India, when masks were nowhere visible in India, when only doctors used masks, I was having coffee at Costa Coffee in Lulu Mall, Kochi. I love having coffee at Costa Coffee. Even in Bahrain, I was a regular visitor. At Costa Coffee in Bahrain, only on weekends. So having ordered the coffee, I and my brother-in-law were waiting for the coffee at the table. Looking around, I saw everyone staring at me. Why me? The center of attraction. Please, Kiran, can you mute, please? Okay, just waiting for the coffee. I and my brother-in-law were sitting at the table. So we were sitting at the table. Looking around, I saw everyone staring at me. Why me? I thought, do I look good? And shot a glance at my brother-in-law. Brother-in-law slowly whispered to me, you don't look good, but you are wearing a mask. Then it dawned on me, I was the only one wearing a mask in that coffee shop. It was compulsory for me to wear mask at that time because it was just few months after my transplant. That was in 2019. Then came 2020 and COVID arrived and the year of the mask started. And government made it mandatory for everyone to wear the mask to arrest the spread of COVID. So that was the year of the mask. My dear Toastmasters, we all wear the mask to protect us from the germs. But what else? Our morning shaving, saloons, our bad smell. Now none can complain. We smell bad. For me, mask represented a boundary between two extremes. Virus-filled air and clean air. Beauty and ugliness. Truth and falsehood. Bold and carefree and shyness. Don't we all wear a virtual mask to conceal or exhibit our personalities? Masks protect us from our natural born weaknesses. For my natural weakness was fear of speaking at a public stage. But thanks to the Toastmasters movement, started by Ralph C. Medley in 1924, in the basement of YMCA at Santa Ana, California, I don't have to wear the shy mask anymore. I'm okay at the stage. And thanks to the Inspire on Toastmasters, started in June 2011, we continue that tradition. But on the year of the mask, what we have achieved, or what are the benefits of the year of the mask, or what we missed during the year of the mask? Let me come to that later. Now let us start our educational session. Today, our educational session consists of 3 phases: prepared speeches, table topics, and general evaluation. Now, prepared speeches, we have Roshan and Larson. I think Nizuddin has not come, and Ishwar said he will be late. So we will start with our prepared speeches. To do the first speech, Larson, you'll be doing the first speech. Roshan, you'll be doing the second speech. Then we will continue with the table topics or later come to the prepared speeches. Is it okay? Faina and Amit? Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. So to evaluate the first speech of Larson, Toastmaster Larson, let us call DTM Veera to give us the objectives of the speech. Toastmaster Veera.
Good evening, everybody. Larson, a warm welcome to the Toastmaster family, Inspirons family. Today is your first speech, that is the icebreaker, and you will be introducing yourself to the club and let us know more about you. Right now, we know you only as Larson. Let's know a little more about you today. The time allotted to you is 4 to 6 minutes. At 4, the green flag will go on or go off, and then yellow at 5, and red at 6. All the very best to you, Larson. Welcome to the Toastmasters again.
Am I audible?
Now our first speaker, Toastmaster Larson, he's doing icebreaker from the presentation mastery. He's a teacher at St. Aloysius College for the last 3 years. He's a very good listener. His extracurricular activities are reading books and playing games. His speech is titled Walk of My Life. Toastmaster Larson, Walk of My Life. You can unmute the speaker and start.
Am I audible?
Yes, as you are audible.
If you want to walk far, or if you want to walk fast, walk alone. And if you want to walk far, walk together. Good evening, dear Toastmasters and guests present. I'm glad to meet you all today, aren't you? So, we have the most difficult thing for me is to introduce myself to everyone, or I don't want to tell anything about me to anyone. So, I am really a shy kind of person. So, I needed the small push from the fellow Toastmaster Royal. So, my journey of life began on 4th August 1994. A proper 90 kid. I'm not kidding though. And I wanted to walk far. So, I choose many people to be with me when I walk. So, at the beginning of my journey, I met a beautiful couple and named them mom and dad. And they named me Larson Montero. And I grew, they added to a group called family, and I was the prince of that family, having all the royals all to me. But this did not long last. After 5 years, there was an intruder, snatching away all my royals. That was my sister. I can explain my life in two phases. First, as a kid who is confident, and second, as an adult who is confused. As a kid, I was very conscious about me and the things around me. I wanted to learn everything that I see around. When my dad worked at a garage, I would imitate him. I would take my tricycle and work with it. And this is how I learned things around me, either by knowledge or by experience. I am also a good listener, so I listen to my elders and internalize whatever they say. My dad said once, you have to be courageous and bold. So my teacher once said, you have to be the architect of your own life. Then the testing day came. This day is most memorable to me. Once when I was at the 4th grade, I failed at I failed in one exam. So to conceal this from shame, I didn't have anything to do. I had to show my marks card to my parent to get it signed. But I was also scared enough to do so, thinking that my parents would not accept me. And when finally a day came to show it, I decided that my teaching has to be put to test. So instead of showing the marks card directly, I erased all the marks and I rewrote all the marks. So this way, I was the architect of my own life. And you know what would happen afterwards. My parents were called. I was beaten so badly that I would not dream of being an architect anymore. And this, I was very, very scared what my parent would think. Parents were called, and then I was imagining after I reach home, there will be a Royal Rumble match at home. My mom being the Undertaker, and I'm being the Rey Mysterio. Helpless, I don't know what to do. But after this incident, something special happened to me. I saw my mom coming out of the chamber having a glowing face. She came to me, spoke to me very well, and gave me a small snack to eat. But after years, when I reflect back on this incident, I feel that if my mom had reacted other way around, then this would be I would be a totally different person. I From this incident, I learned that I should be trusting. I should keep up the trust of any people who are coming in my life. So this has built a positive effect in me, a positive chain that I still keep up the trust that is bestowed on me. Second phase of my life as an adult is very confusing one. I was not sure what I am going to do after my graduation. I was not so serious also. My mind was like a roller coaster which was going up and down. In some situation, I thought that I would be a scientist, and at some situation, I wanted to be an engineer or a doctor or politician for that matter. But at last, I tried to decide to be a teacher who nurtures young minds and also who shape the future of our country. So I am here as a teacher today, having all the privileges. Also, I, as I am a teacher, I should possess the quality of ever learning. So I learn from the field of science to finance, from philosophy to history, from sports to psychology. So as I begin this journey at the Toastmaster, I am glad to learn everything from my fellow Toastmasters. Thank you. Thank you so much for patient listening. Thank you all.
That was a great speech, Toastmaster Larson. Thank you for the speech from Wrestler Mysterio to a teacher at the Aloysius College. Please give him a big hand for that great speech. Now we'll go for our second speech. To evaluate the second speech, we have DTM Bharati. Please welcome DTM Bharati to give us the objectives of the speech of the Toastmaster Roshan Hamdan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jacob. Will you give me a yes if I'm audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Thank you. Toastmaster Roshan is on level 1 of his path team collaboration, and the speech plan is evaluation and feedback. The purpose of the speech is to present the speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. Actually, the primary purpose itself is to give a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. I'm assuming Roshan has already given his icebreaker, so this will be his first speech at the Toastmasters Club. Yeah, Roshan, it doesn't matter if you don't make us put on our thinking caps. I hope you will not conceal your skill at speaking. I look forward to receiving your, listening to your speech. All the best to you. Over to you, KM Modi.
I will
Thank
not.
you,
I will
Toastmaster
not.
Bharati. Our speaker is Toastmaster Roshan Hamdan. We all know he is a very good speaker. He is a soft skills trainer who enjoys a good pulao every day in a day. Hobbies include watching anime and listening to Korean pop. Today, the title of the speech is Year of the Mask, after my own team. Toastmaster Roshan Hamdan, Year of the Mask.
Thank you. This is the first time I'm reading a speech, and I'm going to drop a bomb at the end of my speech, so I hope I remember not to forget about it. A flower that is beautiful needs to be sheltered and displayed with discernment. I have in the past had to be a little vigilant of where I look when I smile to myself. A few years ago, I found spontaneity in smiling, but soon I became acutely aware that locking eye contact smilingly with a stranger in traffic can be a strange experience for them. It can invite anything from shock to jealousy. I made an effort to get into the habit of not looking elsewhere if the trees or the clouds made me smile, until the year of the mask. With mask on, I'm able to smile uninhibited. I also receive equal treatment when people don't see half of my face. So, an unintended advantage of the mask is healthier breathing amidst our city that is now layered with sand and dust. I'm talking about Bengaluru, by the way. Traces of a careless, booming building industry. The word mask has taken on a new meaning in our generation from the commonly understood covering over the eyes. We don't have a costume culture in India, so we don't, I don't think we've got a chance to savor what that felt like and what it felt like to be shrouded in mystery. There is one more association I have with the word as someone who grew up in the 90s, and that's the Jim Carrey for the obvious title of the movie he starred in. Any takers? Nobody knows the movie.
The Mask.
The movie is called The Mask. Yes, Amit. Right. So, in pondering over what the abstraction from the concrete, what the abstraction of the mask is, I find that the idea behind the concept of the mask is protection. It is protection from recognition, protection from harmless elements in our air and streets. And if we look for masks as instruments of protection, and if we deviate from the physical to the metaphysical or from the physical to the psychological, then we see the masks we wear in our social settings. Right now, I am wearing a mask. Beyond that, there are possibly other instruments of protection in other extra-human realms of existence that we don't know of. But one of the lesser talked about masks is the mask we wear in our mirrors, deep inside. The masks we wear when we look at ourselves. Psychologists know this very well about the human being, and these masks are identities we've worn to help make life make sense, to help have a leg to stand on when we clearly don't. And a quick, seemingly inconsequential example of this is the rejected interviewee who exclaims, "But they didn't deserve me anyway." Now, one event can have varied responses that bandage our state of mind. For the broken-hearted person, they might say in indignation, "I'm too good for them anymore." Or they might say in despair, "This is the story of my life." But these thinking processes prevent us from looking inside and to truly abandon and to truly find the abandoned child in us that needs our attention. I'm sorry, the mobile ringing just distracted me a second there. In these instances, masks provide protection from deep-seated pain so we can amplify our better qualities instead. So our focus shifts from what's wrong to what's right, so that when the roller coaster swings downward once again, we are a better human being in confronting our weaknesses once again. Sadly, we live in a denial, pseudo-intellectual, sentimental culture. So we end up attracting the same kind of relationships and the same kind of events in our lives, giving permanence to our masks and solidifying them. Here, the mask is toxic because it prevents us from seeing our aching face, creating a gap in self-acceptance, preventing us from freely breathing as an individual in our family. We need to take off the mask, but it's going to be painful because we have forgotten what we really look like on the inside. And we're not prepared for what that face is going to say to us from many, many years ago, from the years of childhood and the deep-seated forgotten. We're going to need, and the person who's going to help us is part of our family, the therapist. The therapist is an expert in finding masks when they surface and is an expert in guiding us through the journey of finding ourselves again. So one of the forms of protection is wearing a mask. But when time comes, we have to be ready to discard it. There are other forms of protection, of course, such as maintaining distance between yourself and the object of danger. During the Year of the Mask, it has manifested as social distancing. The Year of the Mask has arguably unified the world with this dress code. It has visually accentuated our global sameness, our global sameness, our global vulnerability, and our global need and very basic need for health. The mask, I would argue, has broken through borders of race, nationality, and religion to find and to show that we are all on the same global boat, and one part of the world affects the rest, just as one limb, when in pain, affects our entire body to some degree. It looks like the Year of the Mask is here to stay, though, so don't forget to enjoy your orgasms every time you take it off.
Thank you, Toastmaster Roshan Maher, for that is very thoughtful speech, and it was. I like the final idea of that. It showed to the world that we are all one and we are all the same. Thank you, Toastmaster Roshan Maher. Please give him a big hand for this great speech. Our speaker, Ishwar Kiran, has come back and is evaluator. Amit is here. Okay.
Rashmika is the evaluator. Sorry, there's a small change. I think I forgot to inform Jacob. Rashmika will be evaluating Ishwar.
Okay. So our next speaker, Toastmaster Ishwar, will be evaluated by Toastmaster Rashmika. And please welcome Rashmika to give us the objectives of the speech.
Yes. Thank you, Toastmaster Jacob. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
All right. Thank you for the confirmation. And Toastmaster Ishwar is delivering his project Understanding Conflict Resolution. The objectives is as follows. The purpose purpose of the project is for the member to develop or enhance his or her understanding of the steps and strategies to address conflict, as well to share some aspect of his or her experience learning about his resolving conflict. So, and the time is, timer, please note the time is 5 to 7 minutes, and best sure, and over to you, Jacob.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashmika. Our next speaker is Ishwar Kiran, and he is attempting level 3, understanding conflict resolution from persuasive influence. That's the path. Ishwar Kiran at present in his profession, his client is KMC Mangalore. He is doing a lot of jobs for them. His hobbies include reading books, helping others, and his motto in his life to improve himself and excel in whatever he does. Today, the title of his speech is How I Resolve My Conflict. Toastmaster Ishwar Kiran, how I resolve my conflict.
Well, dear Toastmasters, good evening, everyone. This is the top. When I got this topic, and usually I was thinking what type to present. So, behalf conflict resolution has become an opportunity for me. Always, I think in life, a problem is an opportunity, and failure is a feedback. So, I during this COVID times, I always think that this is an opportunity, because during the troubled times, one will know the real strength of one's integrity and one's real positives and strengths. So what I feel is like this is really had tested me, and basically conflict resolution can be divided into 3 parts: professional conflict resolution, and personal personal conflict, professional conflict, and spiritual conflict. Beginning with the first is what I want to present is professional conflict. Like I had been in sales for most than 10 years, because this is my 22nd year of my 22nd year of my professional field. 10 years I was in sales, because in the sales, when the task is given, and that's a conflict, and we have to resolve that conflict. My boss used to, where I was working in a national computer center. It was a national computer center was in, because I'm trying to give an example for each one, short examples. Where I was working in a national computer center, my boss had given me that you have to make admissions, 200 admissions this by 3 months. For next academic year, we have to have 300 students. Well, that was a conflict for me, like how I have to resolve. So usually what I thought is like I focused on what data is available. I asked him what he just told me, like that this you have to make 300 admissions. What I did is like I went to the internet and Googled. I started making my own plan, blueprint plan, and then I started working. Like to get 300 students, we should try at least 6,000 students. 300 admission means like 6,000 students. Out of that, 3,000 enrollments has to have the inquiries has to happen, and out of 3,000 inquiries, 300 can be got. So what I did is like I started giving a presentation in more than 30-40 colleges in Mangalore, and I conducted a scholarship test. The National Computer Center was an animation training center. It was affiliated to Mangalore University, and it was affiliated to Mangalore University, and it was a regular course. It was a 1-year PG diploma course. I started. I thought like what to do. So I planned accordingly, and what I did was I drafted a scholarship test plan and started giving presentations in 30, 40 colleges every day. It took almost 2 months. It was very exhaustive. So I started giving presentation. I booked the hall and started giving. The boss has incurred at least. I had given a marketing marketing budget of 60,000, so 60 to 70,000, and the actual cost of the project was incurred was 50,000. Finally, I managed to get 2,500 inquiries. Out of that, 250 enrollment had happened. So this was a huge task for me, and this is the way I resolved a conflict professionally. Personally, I had a problem of thought overlapping. I couldn't express. This was happened since 1995. A thought overlapping, like thoughts used to overlap, and I couldn't speak, I couldn't write, and I couldn't think, I couldn't talk. So that was the case in where I was in that case, and I started reading books because I used to go to temples, and I asked Guru there. So he told inner journey is the solution. So I started reading Osho Rajneesh books and gained knowledge and created a self-inquiry inside me, and then started exploring. It took almost 25 years, and now I have joined the Toastmaster is a part of a solution to resolving this conflict. So now I'm able to express myself, talk freely. I'm not here to win awards or credits. I just want to express myself and to enjoy this program. And this is the personal conflict which I resolved. And coming to the spiritual conflict in the sense like there is a sort of a belief system in our mind which has imprinted in from our childhood. Because if we have a not good childhood, we'll have a different mindset. Different mindset we be trained. So I had to explore, and maybe 5,000 books, more than 5,000 books I had to read, explore, and then I had to change my thinking from pessimistic to optimistic. So this is the way one example I have given about this conflict resolution. We have daily we are having challenges in our life, and basically we have to focus on solution, and common ground we have to take and focus on solution, and try to one more thing, that is we have to take decision according to situation, time and place. Khan, Pal and Path. This is the thing because it differs, the situation differs, and we have to see the situation, place, time and person. So these four things we have to keep in mind to address conflict. So I'm optimistic about my conflict resolution, and I'm now an optimist. So that's it. Over to Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ishwar Karan, for the great speech. We all face dilemmas or conflicts in our life. Thank you for giving us the last part. I like that spiritual solution. How should we resolve our conflicts? Please give Toastmaster Ishwar Karan a big hand. I think our next speaker. Now we come to the last speech of our day, prepared speech of our day. To do the evaluation, we have Toastmaster Ranjit Shetty. Please welcome Toastmaster Ranjit Shetty to give us the objectives of the speech.
Thank you, Jacob. The purpose of my target speaker is for the member to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speaking. For the benefit of the timer, the timing is 4 to 6 minutes. Over to you, TMJ.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ranjit Shetty. Our next speaker is Izzuddin Idaf. This is his icebreaker speech. He is doing his first year of BBA. So I suppose he is a very young student, I suppose. The title of the speech is Introduction of Myself. Toastmaster Izzuddin Idaf, Introduction of Myself. We can start the speech.
Good evening. Okay. Thank you, one and all. Personality begins where comparison leaves off. Be unique, be memorable, be confident, be proud. Good evening to all the Toastmasters present in this meeting. Thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity for me to introduce myself to you. I'm Izzuddin Muhammad Idaf. I'm 19 years old. We are a family of 5 members, including me. I'm native to Mangalore. Currently, I'm pursuing BBA with Logistics and Port Management at Chinapaya deemed to be university. And I will be entering into the first half year of my graduation studies in the next couple of months. I enjoy analyzing things connected to the society and business field. Since my childhood days, I have witnessed my family focusing upon correct utilization of the household items and guiding us towards the understanding and the whites and blacks of the possible outcomes. I believe this somehow further boosted my interest towards logistics and port management as a career option. I have an analytical approach towards things I believe, that helps me understand a wide range of issues from what determines the price, causes, and consequences. My long-term goal is by gaining work experience of 0 to 5 years in the field of logistics and port management. I wish to open my own logistic company and to be an entrepreneur and contributing to the betterment of my workplace and the society. Apart from my studies, I run a small business of my own and also a football player. I also enjoy writing poems. I always prefer writing down my thoughts into words I have felt I could express better using words. Most of my poems is based on what youth face in today's competitive world. I would like to read out a poem that I have written. So here it goes. Stuck in a world where everything has gone wrong. Nothing is going on my way anymore. New twists and turns have been made on that road I thought I had in control. Nothing is the same. Friends and family say that they notice a change in me. What change? I cannot say. Whatever happened to me, everyone rooting and cheering me on. Now everyone has turned around. Now I'm desperately searching for a way out of this world. But the thing is, I end running in circles. I had the map of a perfect world, but someone stole it now. I want my life back and my map too, but I can't change it back now. And that is it. And my strengths are my analytic approach, my human touch to the situation, my appreciable communication, and presentation skills. I believe upon being realistic. In my free time, I enjoy spending time with friends, sometimes cooking, traveling, and playing outdoor sports. For now, that's all about me. Thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Izzuddin Idaf, for a wonderful insight into your life. We all enjoyed it. Please give me a big hand for that very good speech. Now we come to the end of the prepared speeches section. Timer, can you please give us your report on the timings?
Yes, Toastmaster Jacob.
Yes.
Toastmaster Ishwar Kiran has spoken for 7 minutes, 14 seconds, and Toastmaster Larsen, 5 minutes, 58 seconds. Toastmaster Roshan, 6 minutes, 17 seconds. Toastmaster Izzuddin, 5 minutes, 55 seconds. So all the 4 speakers are qualified.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fayana. Before we start the table talk next section, I love watching cartoons. Watching cartoons is like having a very hot coffee and then towards the end having cold ice cream. So I watched cartoon Beauty and the Beast. is a fairy tale, thanks to the Hotstar Disney application. A beautiful girl falls in love with a prince with an ugly face or mask. The mask allowed the prince to find out whether that beautiful girl's love was genuine or fake. See, even mask has its advantages. But the main reason I mentioned this cartoon was in the movie, there is a song called Be Our Guest. It's a very nice song and a very nice visual animated background. I enjoyed the song very much. A singer named Noah Lindquist updated this song from the Beauty and the Beast to title Wear a Mask. It's available on the web and it's very popular. The last line of that song was, wash your hands and wear a mask. And it's very popular. So even in 2021, let us follow that last line. Wash your hands and wear a mask. Now let us leave our fairy tales and proceed with an exciting session of table topics. Today, to do the table topic session, we have Toastmaster Jeevan Bharat. If I remember correctly, he was the first person whom I met in the club when I joined this Inspire on Toastmasters in 2018 November. Glad to see him again. He is working in a petrochemical industry as a production office for last so many years. Please welcome Toastmaster Jeevan Bharat to do the table topic session. Where is Jeevan Bharat? Jeevan Bharat?
Hi.
Hi.
Am I audible? Okay. Very good evening to all. So table topics are impromptu speeches. The purpose of table topic section is to help members think on their feet and speak on a given subject of between 1 or 2 minutes. So anyone is willing to volunteer themselves for the table topics? Yes, Ishwar Kiran. So I have 5 topics with me. So please select one number between 1 to 5. 3. Okay. 3. Your topic is, when I dared to walk into a bank wearing a mask before 2020. I'll repeat it once again. When I dared to walk into a bank wearing a mask before 2020.
When I was before if I before 2025 wear a mask, they will think that I'm crazy and I'll be not a sound person. So they will everybody will see me as if come from an aliens before 2020, and now so there may be chances they'll call to the police. Otherwise, they will everybody will feel that I'm a strange person. So now, if I don't wear a mask, they'll put me. They will not enter me into the bank. So that's the difference. And before 2020, everything was very good, and now the situations have changed. But now wearing a mask is a must. If you don't wear a mask and go outside, you have to pay 1,000 rupees fine. Over to the Toastmasters. Over to the Toastmasters.
Thank you, Ishwar Kiran. As you said, it's very true. People would have been get offended before 2020 to wear a mask. Now we have got no other options. Yes, we have to wear to keep ourselves safe as well as others. Thank you so much. So, who is gonna volunteer for the next?
I don't mind speaking. If you don't mind an evaluator speaking.
Yeah, ma'am, you are almost welcome. You have got 4 topics now, so you have to select 1, 2, 4, and 5.
Okay, 1.
1. Your topic is how not to wear your mask. How not to wear your mask. Thank you.
Okay, how not to wear your mask. Now, that I think is a fairly mundane concept. So I'm going to take on Roshan's metaphysical mask of how we need to expose ourselves more rather than wear masks on our personality. I don't know if the two things match, wearing the real mask and the mask to hide our identities. Now, how not to wear the real mask? All of us Indians are, examples of, most of us, how can I say all, are examples of how not to wear masks. You go around the city, you find people whose masks are either on their neck or below their mouth. I saw a person one day needing to cough. He removed his mask, coughed, and then put it on. I mean, I just stared. I was not very close to the person. And I really don't have too many anxieties about wearing a mask. I wear it just to tell my son that I wear the mask. Not because I am scared of, infection or something. Though I should be scared, I'm not scared. About the metaphysical mask, it's very difficult. I don't know how to really to take off the metaphysical mask. It's with very few people that we can take off our masks. Very few people we trust, right? So it's very difficult. But I guess we need to take off our masks once in a while, and we need to wear them properly if we are wearing them. Even the metaphysical mask, if it slips, then we are in for trouble. So if you're wearing that also, wear it properly, I guess, so that you have hidden your identity very well and not uh, concealed yourself very well rather than not exposed yourself, which you didn't want to do. And the actual mask, I like to think that I wear it properly. I look like an idiot sometimes in the company of people who have either slipped it down, hung it from their ears and done all sorts of things. But then I don't mind. Better to do something well than not to do it at all. Don't wear it if you don't know how to wear it properly or you're not willing to wear it properly. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Bharati ma'am. It's very true. The thing what you said was. So, who's gonna volunteer next?
Even I can go ahead.
Yes, you have 2, 4, and 5.
I would go for 2.
2. Okay. Your topic is when fashion meets the mask maker. When fashion meets the mask maker. Thank you. Over to you, Fiona.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and thank you, Jeevan. I think I have not got so good topic because I will tell me that you're always with the jeans and those jumpers and all shoes. We've never seen you dress up with gown or other dresses. So, so talking about fashion sense, I think I have a different way of dressing. So it's a little difficult for me to talk on this topic, but anyway, let me try. Say if I've seen people with different masks and different things. It was very funny for me when people would dress up the particular color and wear a mask of similar color. It was quite funny. I don't know. I found it funny. Sorry for those who wear it. Okay, I initially found it funny that people started wearing different color masks as well, and then later they started wearing Spider-Man and all other sort of masks. It was really good. It gradually began with me wearing black and white masks, and gradually, slowly, the fashion sense, the fashion designers came into picture. They started designing masks, and people started talking about it. I remember one of the person wore a woolen knit mask, and I was wondering, was the use wearing that mask? So sometimes now mask has become a fashion. Uh, so that is it. That's what I have to speak about fashion and mask. Thank you, Jeevan, for that topic. Over to you.
Thank you, Fiona. So I have got last one topic for the session today. So who is gonna volunteer?
Is that number 5?
Okay. Your topic is deciding on a best gift mask for your close friend. Deciding on best gift mask for your close friend. Over to you.
Well, I think one of the ways that you can shop for a mask when you're gifting a friend is to find out their favorite color. One might start from there. Of course, now that fashion has met the mask maker, we have a lot more variety, which is really encouraged by our need for personal expression and to move away from the mundane to something much more personalized, but also propelled by the commercialization of the masks. A lot of people have found opportunity in making money there and in getting creative there. So I think we have a wide range of masks to choose from. If I were to gift a mask to a friend, I would probably buy a few masks for them, one for each occasion. If they want to get wild, a wild looking mask. If they want to just go out to the supermarket, then a mundane looking mask. I would really love to give them a mask that it prints out the lower part of their face. If you guys have seen one of those. So what the mask shows you here is exactly how your face looks. You know, how your lips, your nose, your jaw looks. So I would maybe find a way to create that kind of a mask if I'm willing to go that extra mile for my friend. Okay, I'm going to level with you guys. I've never gifted anybody a mask.
Okay, Roshan. It was really nice of you. Yeah. Giving a mask with the prints of jaw, nose, so that the people who see them so that they can realize it's
Yes,
actually
and now
there.
that I think about it, maybe I can show them, like, give them 4 variations. You have the smiley mask with the lips smiling, then you have the frowny mask. This is a mood that you can wear out to the street. Don't talk to me mask. I'm open to you mask. You know, those kind of things. Maybe another one says, come quick and save me mask. Right. Yeah, that would be good, walking into a bar with one of those.
Yes.
You'll definitely not come home.
Okay. Timer, can you please tell the timings taken by the speakers?
Yeah, sure. So Ishfa Kiran has spoken for 1 minute 8 seconds, and DTM Bharti Shevgush has spoken for 2 minutes 17 seconds. Fiona, that's me. I've spoken for 1 minute 20 seconds, and Toastmaster Roshan 1 minute 30 seconds. Over to you, Toastmaster Jeevan.
So all are qualified.
Yeah, all are qualified.
Yes, I'm handing over to Tia Modi, Jacob Koshi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jeevan Bharat, for that wonderful topics. I really enjoyed it. And please give the table topic master and the table topic speakers a big hand. Before we start the next session, when I first saw today's meeting poster, I got a little scared. I mean, my first reaction was a little scary. Very dark background with a haggard looking face with a mask. It was a little scary, but I enjoyed it. It was very creative work and everything. But one need not be scared of the mask, as Roshan wanted some mask which is hyper realistic. A Japanese shop has started selling hyper realistic masks. It looks exactly like your face. They got few orders, but for me it gives a lot of room of thoughts and dreams, because you can really make a mask of someone else's faces, and that is something beyond our imagination. Anyway, let us forget about wearing other faces or other personalities masks and get on with our general evaluation. And to do the general evaluation, we have Toastmaster Nikita. Please welcome Toastmaster Nikita to do the general evaluation. Cannot hear.
Right. Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, Toastmaster Jacob. And good evening, everyone. I'm back for my general evaluators report. But before doing that, we had some wonderful speeches today by 4 very good speakers. And to evaluate them, there are a few Toastmasters who have been allotted as our evaluators. I would need Amit's help to just call them on, because I believe the order was changed. So please correct me if I'm wrong. The first speaker was Toastmaster, the newly inducted Toastmaster Larsen, who was evaluated by Distinguished Toastmaster Veera. Am I right? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now I call Distinguished Toastmaster Veera to please evaluate Toastmaster Larsen's speech. Over to you, ma'am. And just for the benefit of the speakers as well as the evaluators and the timer, the time for evaluation is 2 to 3 minutes. So green at 2, amber or yellow at 2.5, and red at 3. Thank you, and over to you, Veera, ma'am.
Thank you, Nikita. At the outset, Larsen, I have to commend you on an excellent speech, especially if I think of it as your first speech and as an icebreaker. I really admired the coolness with which you approached your speech. I saw no signs of nervousness. Maybe you were, but you have been able to conceal it very well. So yeah, all of us have butterflies when we make our speeches, so which you are able to conceal it very well. Yeah, I loved your charming and smiling persona, and you had a very subtle sense of humor, and the way you approached it was quite unique. I like the way you said that you were born and then you met a beautiful couple. You know, usually we introduce the parents first and then say we were born to them. I also liked your play on words when you said the architect of your life, the way you twisted that sentence and the way you went about it. All in all, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I could actually see you as a small child, the way you changed your report card and the way you were bashed up by your parents, and then how your mother, took it very sportingly or whatever and turned it around. You come across as a very multifaceted person, and you seem to be going with your passion in your life. So I wish you all the very best. The only thing that I would like you to improve, which I did not, which I could say for improvement was, in the end, you thanked us. I think there was no need to thank us. It is we who should be thanking you for you sharing your life with us. I had to put on my thinking cap and say, what is it that I did not like about this speech? And I couldn't find anything. And it was so nice and natural of you to give this speech. I think you're going to be a huge asset to this Inspironka club. And we welcome you in the Toastmaster family with open arms. You really are going to go places. So all the best, Larsen, on your future speeches too.
Thank you so
Over
much.
to you, Nikita.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Veera Katpitia. That was a beautiful evaluation of Larsen's speech. Very nice way to make a newbie feel at home. Our second speaker, who also, well, not exactly a newbie, but also I believe joined Toastmasters just a little while ago, Toastmaster Roshan, was evaluated by the veteran distinguished Toastmaster Bharti Shevgur. Bharti ma'am, over to you for your evaluation.
Thank you, Nikita. Toastmaster Roshan, in the beginning of your speech, you told us that you were going to throw a bomb at us. You didn't throw a bomb, you threw a shower of thinking caps, of thoughts, of ruminations, reflections, speculations. You dropped them with jaw-dropping regularity. There were several things that I felt were wonderful about your speech. You see, you turned that concept of year of the masks into a metaphorical mask. From the mundane, you took it to the metaphysical. The dreaded mask, you turned it into an instrument of power, actually, the power to conceal our identities. This concept is both easy and difficult. You made it neither very easy for us, nor did you make it very difficult for us. You walked a tightrope between making a simple speech and making a very metaphysical speech. In addition, Roshan, what I appreciated was the way you told us to discard the mask. There was an objective. You took it to the logical end where there was a message also. We do need to wear masks, but we do need to discard them too. If we can't discard them on our own, take somebody's help. But the discarding is necessary. So you sort of took us into an inner journey of our own self-discovery through this concept of how we wear masks, how we need to discard them, and how difficult it is to do. And what was lovely at the end is the way you brought in that concept of oneness, of the global oneness. You used the term global, we're sailing in the same global boat, you said. Global
boat, yeah.
Yes. And I don't know if you will recognize this. There's an Indian poet called Kuvempu, K.V. Puttappa, who is a National Jnanapith awardee, who gave us this concept of Vishwa Manava, world human being. He told us, don't build a house. You will put down roots, because the whole world is your house. We cannot claim any place to be our own. So I remembered this when I heard your concept of global sameness and sailing in the global boat. It was a sort of journey into ourselves that you took us, Roshan. As I said, the journey can be difficult, the journey can be easy, but you didn't make it very difficult for us. Now, what could I suggest as an improvement in this very complex speech? I wish you had given us a personal illustration, Roshan, of how one mask that you put on was very difficult to take off, or how you felt relieved that you put on your mask. Anything. You know, you could have made us take an airgasm to take in that much of a philosophical essence that airgasm is your word. I'm using it. It would have given us some respite from having to take in that much of philosophical concept. Well, I can only say you did not conceal the brilliance of your thoughts in your speech. I'm happy for that. Do continue to be unique and make memorable speeches. I look forward to more of your speeches, Roshan. All the best to you.
Thank you, Bharti.
Thank you, Bharti ma'am. That was truly a beautiful evaluation of Roshan's speech. I must say you did full justice to everything, all the philosophical wordings that he had said. Thank you. Our third speaker for the day was Toastmaster Ishwar Kiran, and he was evaluated by Toastmaster Rashmika, or who I call as Madam President. Toastmaster Rashmika, over to you for your report.
Thank you, Nikita. I guess you could have concealed that information. Any which ways, thank you, Madam General Evaluator, and good evening, everybody, and especially my target speaker, Toastmaster Ishwar. So, first of all, congratulations on completing your project, Understanding Conflict Resolution. One of the few of the words that echoes in my mind after your speech is something that you said, that is, failure is a feedback. So I think that was one of the that kept echoing in my head or ears even after your speech. So it was very interesting as well, and also especially the progress you made throughout all your speeches that I've been hearing in the club is truly commendable, Ishwar. And also, I'm going to evaluate briefly on three components. That is what I felt, what I saw, and what I heard in your speech. Is that fine? So to begin with, the things that I saw while you delivered your speech was there was a good hand movements as you were standing and delivering. There was good hand movements, and also the delivery in which you gave the speech was truly a treat to watch. One thing that probably you could probably work in your next speech is try to use the stage while you're standing. If you're standing and delivering the speech, you could as well try and use the stage. And move to the second component of your speech is what I felt about your speech. So one of the highlights of your speech was you mentioned a lot of personal experiences. It was not only informational. As conflict resolution is something very managerial kind of terms, but you ensure that you speak about your personal experience as well. So adding a bit of a human side to that particular aspect. So this is something that really stood out. What I would suggest over here is, as you were sharing your personal experience, you probably could have used a bit of tones. You could change your tones, because one of the things that you said about thought overlapping was a little sad. You could have added, a change in tone would have, resonated with the emotion that you were trying to speak in your speech. And coming to the last part in your speech, the things that I listened in your speech, I really like to appreciate you for the fact that there were a lot of takeaway messages. Like I would like to say that content was truly a king in your particular speech. Especially how you said that you have to, Toastmaster helped you express yourself, and that indeed helped you resolve the conflict. So one thing that probably you can work on is probably all these messages were put in a different way, and you probably could have tried a little bit organizing the speech better. The speech was organized well, but a little bit you could have tried on organizing. To sum up, Toastmaster Ishwar, excellent content, and there were a lot of takeaway messages, and also the delivery that I truly enjoyed. But I hope you would put your thinking cap on and work a little towards, using probably tones or a little bit tones when you are when you are sharing something on emotions, especially the personal experience. So I hope to hear more from you, and all the best, Ishwar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashmika, for the wonderful evaluation. Our fourth and final speaker for the day, also the newbie, Toastmaster Itaf, who was evaluated by Toastmaster Ranjit, who is, well, not many of you would know, but who is known as the yoga guru of our club. Over to you, Toastmaster Ranjit, for your evaluation report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Am I audible? Can somebody confirm that? Am I audible? Yeah. We wear masks not just to protect ourselves, but also others. In the same way, when we take up the evaluation, I should do justice for myself and my target speaker too. Right. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, good evening. Today, my target speaker gave his first speech, and that was the first milestone in Toastmasters journey. I want to congratulate him on that. See, he introduced himself, and because of that, he served the first purpose of this project, to introduce himself to the club. We came to know about a lot of things about him, like he's a poet, he's a football player, he's an enthusiast, he wants to become an entrepreneur, he wants to gain experience in logistics, and so on. Now, coming to the other point, Now I have to wear my thinking cap, and I don't know which thinking cap I have to wear now to give a good evaluation and suggesting some improvements. I strongly believe, icebreaker speech is the foundation for any public speaker. It tells us about opening, body, conclusion, and many aspects, right? What happened here, my target speaker couldn't conceal reading out in the online meeting because it's easy to conceal anybody from reading, right? Reason was there was no voice modulation. And I wouldn't blame him because what I feel is I don't want to point some of the mistakes that he has done. I want to say that don't be nervous. It's all right. It's the first speech. It's fine. Don't be nervous. Only thing that you have to do is go through the pathways, resource, go through all the icebreaker speech module, what they have taught us, involve the mentor in preparing your speech, practice well. When you do these three things right, everything will be perfect. So what I have to say is when you are a speaker, you have to do justice for yourself as well as for the audience. So if you give this speech again, I would recommend to give this speech again. It would really benefit you because reading out the script is not the right way. And if I say it was a good speech, because as usual in Icebreaker, we are supposed to give only the good thoughts rather than improvements, right? We are supposed to give only one improvement. But I would say that if I do this mistake of saying that it was a beautiful speech, wonderful speech, I will be misleading you. And I don't want to do that. So I would suggest you give this speech again. I would suggest it's up to you to give the speech again by going through the pathways and going, taking the help from the mentor. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ranjit, for that very honest and effective evaluation. With this, we have come to the end of the evaluation of the 4 prepared speakers. I would like to call upon my tag team for their report. Let us first hear from the timer. Toastmaster Fiona, could you please read out the time taken by our evaluators today?
Yeah, sure, Toastmaster Rashmika. Toastmaster DTM Veera Katpatia, she spoke for 2 minutes, 25 seconds. DTM Bharti Shevkur, she spoke for 3 minutes, 25 seconds. Toastmaster Rashmika, she spoke for 3 minutes, 35 seconds. And Toastmaster Ranjit spoke for 3 minutes, 5 seconds. So all are qualified for the. Over to you, Toastmaster Nikita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fiona. Would we have the voting ballots now? Toastmaster Amit?
Yes, I will share it now.
Okay. Okay. Meanwhile, as Toastmaster Amit shares the voting ballots, let us hear from the R counter come Grammy. Okay, we'll take 10 seconds to fill this.
Yes.
Amit, please let me know once you have majority of the roll.
Yes, yes, please.
Amit, do you
Requesting
have?
people to vote. Only 41%, 50% people have voted.
Okay, we'll wait for 75%.
$58.66.
Come on, people. It's a fundamental duty to vote.
66. I think we need one or two more people.
Okay. Okay. Meanwhile, I believe our counterclaim grammarian has already voted. So let's hear from him. Over to you, Toastmaster Daryl, for your report.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Nikita. Good evening, everyone, once again. When Toastmaster Fiona called me and asked me if I could be the grammarian, I did not know I would have such a daunting task like what I had today. But I hope I have done justice. And here is my Arcounters report first. I don't think you'll be able to see it with my virtual background. So just give me a second. Yeah. I have prepared the Arcounters report. It is actually a mask that I drew today. And it might not be very clear. I forwarded it to Fiona. Maybe she can share it with all of you. There are different holes that you all had created with your crutch words, filler words, and pauses that I have marked here. So maybe I can forward it to you as well if you ask me to share it with you. I found there was an overdose of crutch words, the R's and ums. So one thing which you can try and follow is probably to speak slowly. If you forget the words, still, speak as slow as possible so all the words come to your mind, and then you can share it with all of us. So that is one thing. Moving on to my grammarian's report, I have a threefold job here. One is to thank and appreciate all those who use the word and phrase of the day. Second is where I'll mention the correct and incorrect usages. And the third is a surprise. So first, I would like to appreciate Toastmaster Jacob, Toastmaster Larson, Toastmaster DTM Bharti, DTM Veera, Toastmaster Rashmika, and Toastmaster Ranjit for using the word of the day. Toastmaster Bharti had used it 4 times, even in a table topic speech. So 4 times, and DTM Veera used it twice. Toastmaster Ranjit used it twice as well. The phrase of the day was used by DTM Veera, DTM Bharti, Toastmaster Rashmika, and Toastmaster Ranjit. DTM Bharti used it twice again. So thank you all for using the word and phrase of the day. Yes, thank you very much. Moving on to the second part of my report, Toastmaster Jacob, you had a lot of good words and phrases like analysis, guiding principle, center of attraction, shoot a glance, dawned, arrest the spread, boundary, and insight. Well done. However, you said give the podium. Probably you could have replaced it with hand over the podium or hand over the virtual screen. You said I and my brother-in-law. It should have been my brother-in-law and I. We don't do a speech, we deliver a speech. So instead of doing the first speech, we'll be delivering the first speech today. You said thoughtful speech. I think you could have replaced thoughtful with thought-provoking. Yes, that's it. You also, yeah, that's it. That's it. Thank you. Toastmaster Larson had good words like phases, conscious, put to test, erased, bestow, and nurtures. Well done. However, you said choose a path, choose many people when I walk. I think you could have used the word as instead of when. And you said long last somewhere. I think it's either it would not last long or it would not be long lasting. So you could have used it in one of those ways. Toastmaster Ocean had a lot of good words. Drop a bomb, spontaneity, uninhibited, amidst, abstraction, savor, despair, amplify, accentuated, and of course a new word that I thought you coined, but yeah, ergasm. Toastmaster Ishwar had good words: integrity, affiliated, incurred, imprinted. However, Toastmaster Ishwar, you said trouble times. You could have replaced it with times of trouble. You said blueprint plan. Blueprint is a plan, so you could have used one of the words. And also you said enquiries have to have enquiries. Okay, it had to be enquiries have to happen, and there were a lot of places where the tenses were wrong. So probably you could work on that. Toastmaster Now, table topic master Toastmaster Jeevan had think on your feet, which was a good usage. However, you said almost welcome. It should have been always welcome. And between one to five, I heard you saying those phrases as well. When you use the word between, you use the conjunction and. So between 1 and 2, between 1 and 5. Toastmaster Ishwar, during your table topic speech, you said call to the police. You could have avoided the preposition to, call the police. And you said not enter me, I think not allow me to enter. DTM Bharti and Toastmaster Roshan used the word mundane in their table topic speech. And also Toastmaster Roshan used propel, go the extra mile. So well done. The evaluators, DTM Veera used words like commend, persona, subtle, play on words, asset, well done. However, DTM Veera, you said welcome you in the family. The preposition should have been welcome you to the family. DTM Bharti had good phrases and words like jaw-dropping, regularity, discard, inner journey of self-discovery and respite, well done. Toastmaster Rashmika had managerial and resonated, good words that I heard during the evaluation report. However, you had a lot of places where you used the word bit. I think you could have avoided that. And also the word content, when you give of a speech is content of a speech, and the word it's pronounced content when you're happy. I think you pronounced it as content when you delivered the evaluation. And Toastmaster Ranjit, you said suggested him recommendations. I do not know what to suggest him as recommendations. You suggest something to someone, so there was no need of him. Suggest as recommendations. That's it with my detail. I think it was a detailed Remedians report, but with the general evaluator's permission, can I have 2 more minutes for a surprise activity?
Sure, definitely.
Thank you, Toastmaster Toastmaster Nikita. Today's theme was all about masks, and it is definitely an integral part of our clothing nowadays. So there are a few usages in English grammar where we use different parts of our clothing in phrases. So you just have to fill up these phrases. I'll give you an example. Let's roll up our dash, everyone. There is a lot of work for us to get through. How do you, correct. So the word is sleeves. So you have to continue that way. With the economy so bad and thousands of people losing their jobs, we all have to tighten our dash.
Belts.
Correct. You have to tighten your belt, where you have to spend less money than you did before. That is the meaning. When I rejected my friend's idea about eating at a fancy restaurant, he got rather hot under the dash.
Collar.
Absolutely right, DTM Bharti. Hot under the collar. That is when you're very angry about something. He did not have time to prepare the presentation, so he just spoke off the dash.
Cuff.
Very good. When you speak off the cuff is when you say something without being prepared. He was late for our study sessions, so when he finally arrived, dash in hand, he brought chocolates for everyone. He was late for our study sessions, so when he finally arrived, dash in hand, he brought chocolates for everyone. When he arrived, hat in hand or cap in hand. So he was very humble, and that's when he brought in chocolates. And the last question, the history pop quiz caught the entire class with their dash down.
Pants down.
Correct. When you catch someone with their pants down, it's that they're completely surprised because they are not prepared. Thank you very much for being so sporting, and I hope you learned something out of this. With this, back to the general evaluator, Toastmaster Nikita.
Very interesting.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Daryl. That was truly innovative, as well as the activity at the end was an added bonus to this meeting. So thank you for that. Okay, now we've come to the end of the report. All the tag team as well as the evaluators have given their report. It's time for me to give my report now. Amit, I believe you've gotten all the votes necessary.
I've given it to Fiona. So
Okay. That can be announced later. I will quickly give my report. We began with a special addition to the club, that is Toastmaster Larsen's induction to the club as well as his first meeting today. So that was very well done. Unfortunately, I believe your Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Zina could not be there, but Toastmaster Fiona picked up the slack and gave the Sergeant at Arms report her initial remarks as well. Now, of course, the roles were reversed a little bit. She gave her presidential remarks first and the Sergeant at Arms later. But then what are we if we cannot be at least a little bit flexible, right? So that was well done, Fiona. You've handled both the roles. And then we moved on to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Jacob Koshi, who actually for me personally, his stories are the highlight of the meeting. Now, I loved all the speeches. I listened and enjoyed all the speeches, but his experiences, whatever he narrates, his stories, which are so related to the theme, are truly the highlight for me. I enjoy all of his speeches, and I cannot imagine. He must have had so much of experience that for every meeting, he looks back into his life, he looks at the theme and relates so many of his experiences, not just one. I can count at least 3 experiences that he narrated today. And I believe this is at least the 3rd time I'm attending a meeting where he was a Toastmaster of the day. So that were 9 experiences based on the theme itself. So you must have had such a wealth of experience. I am a little bit envious, but at the same time, I truly enjoy listening to you, Toastmaster Jacob. Really well done as the Toastmaster of the day. And I also liked how you, I believe you have got in touch with all the role takers and asked them a little bit about them to introduce them. And not just that, you also added a little bit of personal information as well. Just a minute. Sorry, there was a little bit of background disturbance. Okay, as I was saying, I liked how you not just narrated whatever they told you about the introduction, but you added a little bit of personal experience, maybe about how you met them or how you, your first interaction with them. So that was a very nice added touch to it. We moved to the 4 prepared speakers for the day who gave diverse speeches on diverse topics, and yet it was done so very well. I liked Toastmaster Larsen. It did not seem like, just like his evaluator said, it did not seem like his first speech. He spoke, maybe it's because of his background as a teacher, but he spoke really well on his experiences. And I liked how he did not shy away from narrating some of the maybe, not so pleasant experiences of his life, but but still he narrated them with so much humor that we all enjoyed listening to him. Toastmaster Roshan, who spoke so beautifully on so many. To be very honest with you, a few things I did not understand, but then I really enjoyed your way of speaking and all the the beautiful philosophical messages that you gave us. So that was very well done, Toastmaster Roshan, and I look forward to listening from you more in the future meetings. Toastmaster Ishwar Kiran, again, I have been listening to his speeches from a very long time, and as his evaluator rightly said, it was very nice how you spoke about what is Toastmaster. You're not here for getting awards, but you're here to learn how to express yourself. That was very beautifully put. And your personal experiences on the matter, on the subject, the evaluation, the objectives, of your speech, also brought about an added bonus to your speech. Toastmaster Itaf also, I believe, giving his icebreaker speech today was also your experiences about yourself, your family life, and your goals, and your ambition for your future really brought about an added bonus and it gave us an idea about you and your life. So that was very well done, all the 4 speakers. We move on to the table topic master, Toastmaster Jeevan Bharat, who I cannot see here, but again, really wonderful topics. I liked how his topics could have, you can speak anything you want on those topics. You could have made it into a funny, humorous speech. You could have made it into an inspirational speech. So it gave the speaker a lot of leeway to speak on the topic. That was very well done. It was all based on the theme, so that was also very nice, so that speakers could also be prepared as to what they would have to speak about. So that was well done, Toastmaster Jeevan Bharat. And I would also like to commend all the speakers for taking the initiative and coming forward and speaking on this. However, I do wish that Toastmaster Amit would have had a chance to speak, because he's the only one here without a role, I believe. So we would have loved to hear from you, Amit, but
I just wanted to shut myself for some time.
I do understand that feeling when you have a role for every meeting. I do understand. And okay, but we look forward to hearing from you in the next meeting. And next comes the team of evaluators for today. We had two veteran Toastmasters, Distinguished Toastmaster Bharti Shevgur and Distinguished Toastmaster Veera Katpatia, who I just love listening to you both evaluate, because it feels so nice listening to you, no matter what you say. So it did not feel like an evaluation of the speech. It just felt like a friend is sitting in front of you and telling you, okay, I really liked your speech, you did this well, and this is where you can improve in the future. So it really felt like how a trusted friend is giving you advice on something. So that was very nice. Thank you both of you. And Toastmaster Rashmika and Toastmaster Ranjit are also very well done on the evaluation. I liked how, I've always given them a lot of, I really liked how all of the evaluators are veterans, as well as those who are newer in Toastmasters, did not evaluate the speakers at the level that they are in, that is the evaluators are in, but you evaluated the speakers at the level that the speakers themselves are in. I'm sorry if I'm not making much sense, but what I'm trying to say is that you realized where the speakers are coming from, what are their strengths, and you gave them effective feedback on how they can improve themselves in the future. So that was very well done. Thank you for that. My tag team, Toastmaster Fiona, as the timer, it is actually a very simple role, which you did it effortlessly. There was, like they say, no fuss, no muss. You showed in the appropriate, you shared the screen at the appropriate time and gave your report, at the appropriate time. So that was very well done. And our accountant grammarian, Toastmaster Daryl, what can I say about this role? To be very honest, there's only one thing that is expected from the accountant grammarian, but you gave us two different things additional. You also prepared the accountant role. I mean, you presented it in such an innovative way with the mask thing. I really want to know what it is about. So please do send me a picture or a screenshot or whatever of that. So how did you prepare it? And it was very innovative the way you presented it, as well as the activity that you conducted at the end. It's not just usually activities are meant to refresh our memory about something, but this actually gave us a little bit of information, something to learn. So it was sort of like a mini educational session. And you also did your role as the accountant grammarian. Of course, you did it very well, and I liked the heart thing. I'm going to use it in the next meeting, and so just giving a thumbs up, a heart looks much better. So thank you for that. I'm going to definitely use it. All right, this brings me to the end of my role as a general evaluator. Thank you all. It was a wonderful meeting. Thank you, Amit, for inviting me. And back to you, to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikita Menzes. It was always pleasant going on listening to you. I hope you can continue that. Anyway, it was a very good evaluation. Please give a big hand to Toastmaster General Evaluator, the evaluators, and the tag team. Just before ending my role, just wondered, what did I miss during the year of the mask? A good smile. I always stand near the early morning, stand near the gate and do breathing exercise. I see a lot of passers-by in our neighborhood. They all give me a good smile and say good morning. Now I cannot see the smile because of the mask, and I can't hear the good morning with the mask. But they always give a hand gesture. That gives me renew my hope for the better. And what did I learn? We are nothing in this world. A microorganism, a nano-organism can wipe us out, give us plenty of suffering. So let us be humble and caring for others. Thank you, everybody. And back to the president.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jacob. It was an amazing meeting. And now it's time for the results. So the best speaker goes to Toastmaster Roshan and Toastmaster Larson. And the best table topic table topic speaker is DTM Bharti Shevgur, and the best evaluator is Toastmaster Rashmika. Congratulations to the winners. If you have to conduct a meeting, a lot of efforts go in, and I would like to thank Amit for that. He starts as soon as the meeting ends, immediately in the night he starts working for the meeting, for the next meeting. Thank you, Amit, so much. Thank you so much for everything. Because always I thank him at the last, but I thought today I'll thank him in the beginning of the meeting. And then we have members who always take up the role, like Toastmaster Roshan, Toastmaster Jacob. Thank you so much. And we have club coaches DTM Bharti Shevgur and DTM Veera Katpatia, who are always with us. Thank you so much for your presence. Thank you so much for your time, ma'am. I know you all are busy, but then still you make time. I know Bharti ma'am sometimes sits in her office and listens to our meetings. Thank you so much for this.
Still at office.
Yeah, still at office. I saw that. Okay, thank you so much for that, ma'am. And yes, ma'am. Yeah, you were telling something?
No, I just said thank you.
Yeah, okay. Then we have and Daryl here is always ever ready to take up any role. And for a few days, Daryl was busy, and again he's back to Inspiron. Thank you, Toastmaster Daryl. Thank you so much for being here, and it was really fun. Always, yeah, some unique, what to say, games or any. It's lovely to be. It's lovely that you're a part of a meeting. Thank you, Toastmaster Daryl, and thank you, Toastmaster Izzuddin and Larson. Larson is not here, but it is in the beginning. I know first time it's difficult to give a speech, but you all did an amazing job. Uh, I think I've thanked everyone here. Yes, we have. Sorry, I forgot Toastmaster Ranjesh Shetty. Thank you, Toastmaster Ranjesh Shetty, for being a part of this meeting. So I would like to, since your board members are not there, we have a TLI. So I think I'm just telling to me and Amita. So others also can attend if you want to. So with this, I think we have come to the end of the meeting. Now I adjourn the meeting. Anything else has to be spoken? Nothing? Yes. Okay. Have a happy weekend.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Tomorrow or on the 21st.
Thank you.
Saying this as a training coordinator. Please join.
Thank you.
Thank you.